What's up? Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell up above for future uploads, and check out the links posted in the description down below as part of the channel. Thank you. So here I have a post from Chaz the Guru, which comes from the great Tonino. Now, in fairness, Chaz the Guru, he's posting up all these things from Hasbro, in fairness to him, because I was blocked by Hasbro Pulse in their infinite wisdom, because I decided to criticise a stupid tier that they had for the Dragonfly, which was Glenda, a woke decision that the Hasbro team, whoever runs the Instagram profile, took exception to and decided to block me for saying this is a woke decision and nearly cautious on this HasLab. Try not to do that again. Anyway, they got very upset about that and decided to block me, so fair play to Chaz the Guru for sharing this. It goes to show you the type of weak, soft individuals that run these social media profiles, doesn't it? And then again, these are the same people that run around and say, well, these profiles are for adults, but we can't have you questioning these things and wokeism on these things. Are you not censoring debate then? Is that not against the First Amendment? It's not very American of you, Hasbro, when it comes to this, is it? Especially if you're supposed to be putting out G.I. Joe. What about that? Very interesting, very hypocritical. Anyway, big shout out to Chaz the Guru for putting this out there from the great Tonino. So what's this? This is the digital render of the Vamp and Clutch posted by Hasbro's G.I. Joe team member. Now, first off, the Vamp looks good. And I've talked about the Vanguard beforehand from Bobby Vala's Valaverse line from Action Force, and that looks excellent. And the price range for that is about $175 to $200. That includes a figure and a number of accessories. What is going on here? Well, I think this is probably a bit of a retaliation, I would say, to quote, I suppose, the G.I. Joe movie, in that they want to be putting out a vehicle that is kind of similar, but they want to be putting it out for a lower price. And I mean, they are under pressure to put this one under the Valaverse Vanguard. Now, the Valaverse Vanguard is bigger. It's a bigger vehicle, so of course this should be less. But it does, again, highlight that Hasbro having competition is effective and good for us as a collector. And to me, I think this looks like a decent offering. You know, to me, I wouldn't have gone and put a named G.I. Joe with this vehicle. I think that that's a bad move, because why? Well, people will want to army build this item, and putting in a G.I. Joe that's named is not the greatest of ideas. I also think putting in a helmet that has clear definitive markings is a bad idea too, because like I said, if you want to army build this here, you're going to have a lot of helmets with the same look, so I don't think that that's a very good idea. I think that's actually quite limited, and that's where I think Valaverse has a better idea when it's going to put a troop builder in with the Vanguard. I think that's a cleverer idea, and I think that's smart, because people will want to buy that as an army builder, and they won't have to get rid or want to get rid of the figure that's a named figure. That's just how I personally collect. I like army builders personally myself. You know, I'm a big fan of Clone Troopers, for example, and Sharkticons from the Transformers line, and obviously before that the Star Wars line. But to me, it doesn't make sense that I've decided to put a named character in here. What do I think of the Vamp overall? I think it's a good idea. I think it's a clever idea to put this in, and especially the fact that it has so much versatility insofar as you can see here with the roll cage here, the roll bars, I suppose. You can put a door on that, you can take doors off, they can recolor this. I suppose they could change the turret, and they can change it into a different vehicle very easily and effectively. You're seeing the loadout here for the character and indeed the Vamp. It looks good. It looks like it could probably house between 2 to 3, maybe even more figures, possibly even if they hang on here and onto the side. I think it's going to be interesting to see what this does in terms of numbers. Are they going to charge 150 or more? Are they going to charge under that? I would say that a price tag of around 150 is probably very likely, and in my opinion that has been dictated by Valaverse and Bobby Vala. I'm going to be buying the Vanguard anyway, so it's not like I'm buying one or the other, and I know there's people out there that are saying, hey, you should be a fan of one or the other. It's not like that. I think this is good, and I think that Bobby Vala has forced them into doing something like this, and probably at a respectable enough price. If this is over 200, I don't think a lot of people are going to buy it. Some people will, but not all. You're also seeing this helmet here. Now, you're not going to get this image out of your head once I say this, but the teeth on either side make this look like it's a Ninja Turtle. So I don't know whether that's something you're into, but it definitely seems very odd to me. I get the idea that they're saying, oh, this could look cool because it's something that we see in a helicopter. Again, John Warden said that he did at Comic-Con, and I was looking at it going, that makes no sense. Why would you put something that looks like it could be on a helicopter pilot in for something that you're driving on a road? Makes no sense, you know. But these are people, by the way, that don't think too much about what they're doing or saying. They seem to be just doing things, and in fairness, the classified line has been doing really well. But I don't think you can do too much wrong with this line. They've done a lot wrong with the Power Rangers Lightning Collection line. They're doing a lot wrong with the Marvel Legends line, and they're doing a lot wrong with the Star Wars line. And Transformers seems to be safe for the moment, but that's always a brand that is up for a bit of silliness. And I think that could be the way it goes. They're pumping out some figures now that a lot of people are looking at, and they're saying, not really sure about that one. But getting back to this here, because this is about G.I. Joe, I think the loadout looks good. The vamp looks good. Putting numbers on it is another bad idea, because you're then not opening her up to being an army builder. It'd probably be a sticker, let's be fair about that. But I think overall it looks good. If it's 150 or less, I think people will buy it. I think people are buying more than one. But I think that's hindered in the way by the fact and the addition of a named character. This would be a perfect item to have put an army builder in here, and without any flags or any sort of, I suppose, distinguishing features. This could have been something that you put your steel core in, maybe a different colour. You know, you like your recolors, your repaints, rather than a named character. That's just where I stand on that one. Anyway, huge shout out to Chaz the Guru. Thanks very much for that. And make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell up above for future uploads. And I'll talk to you in the comments. Let me know what you think.